Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you my each way lucky 15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing here in the UK. Just a quick recap on how today's selections have run. Not a great day so far. We've still got one more to go, which will be in the 7:45 at Kempton, which is Preobrazhenska, which was the Josephine Gordon horse. So that's still to run. Our other horses that ran today were the runner at Carlisle in the 2:30, which was called Lama di Herrero. That horse didn't come in the places or win for us today, but it did, to be fair to it, was in the race for a lot of it. It was jumping really well, and Brian Hughes gave it every chance, but towards the last couple of fences, the horse was tiring, and today wasn't his day. The other horses that were meant to run was Solicosta, which became a non-runner in the end, so that was quite disappointing, as I quite fancied him today, and also the market didn't kind of fancy him, and he was going up in the prices, which mean if he had came in even 4 or 5 to 1, which I saw him eventually rise to, we would have got that price, so that's a bit annoying. The other horse that ran was Ludendorff, who ran in the 5:15 at Wolverhampton, which was ridden by Holly Doyle. She gave the horse a chance. It didn't quite place or win, but coming down the home straight, it had a good chance, but he just didn't have enough compared to its other rivals today, so that was disappointing. But hopefully Josephine will bring us some money back today. So come on, Josephine, you can do it. But on to tomorrow's horse racing action. Now tomorrow, the Aintree meeting, which will last for 3 days, which will feature the big race on Saturday, which is the Grand National, kicks off tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be making a special vlog alongside my normal Lucky 15, which will feature my predictions for the Grand National. I'll pick a few horses that I think have a great chance of doing really well, and maybe try and pick one or two that are quite long odds that might come in even in the places. So that will be up tomorrow. But anyway, I'll kick off with tomorrow's horse racing action, and tomorrow's back to our lucky each way 15. So I'll kick off by starting at the 1:45 at Aintree, which is our first pick. This horse is called Frodon and is currently trained by Paul Nicholls and will be ridden by Sam Twiston-Davis. This horse is performing really well of late over chase fences. Since it's switched to chasing, it's won 6 out of its 9 starts, and it's won its last 2 races. This horse will like the ground tomorrow, it'll like the trip, and also the handicapper hasn't put it up for its last 2 wins, so it's going to be running off the same mark. Also as well, we've spoken about it a few times, that Paul Nicholls is currently locked in a battle with Nicky Henderson for the trainer's title. Honestly, I think after this few days we'll definitely know where it's probably going to go, because on Saturday there's £1 million for the Grand National. Out of the 2 trainers, Paul Nicholls probably has the most likeliest chance. He's got a couple of runners in that, Le Mercure, and he's also got Vicente, which won the Scottish National last year, which is one of the horses I'm possibly considering about backing on the day. But yeah, there'll be more about that horse tomorrow. But on to Frodon, back with Frodon. Yeah, he's got a lot of positives going for him tomorrow. There's a couple of other horses as well. There's Top Notch, which is the favourite at the moment, which will be ridden by Daryl Jacob. That horse did have a good Cheltenham, but Frodon's is a bit more fresher than that horse at the moment, so we can't tell if Cheltenham has really taken it out with Top Notch. And with all the positives going for Frodon, I definitely think he's one to take. Now, he's currently 5 to 1 in the market, but I think he might come out to be the main challenger to the favourite tomorrow in the market. So if you fancy Frodon tomorrow like I do, take that price now. So get on your app or down your local bookies and take that price now for Frodon at 5 to 1. Our second horse tomorrow runs in the 2:50 at Aintree, and this horse is called T for 2. You might have heard of T for 2 as he ran in the King George on Boxing Day. in a really close race behind Thistlecrack. This horse came fourth and was just beaten by Q-Card and Silviano Conte. It will meet both of those horses tomorrow, but I think T for 2 has a possible good chance of at least being each way tomorrow. He's currently priced at 16 to 1 in the market, and in the King George he was only beaten by the narrowest of margins from second and third place, and he only finished, I think it was about 4 lengths behind Thistlecrack, the winner. So yeah, there's a lot of positives about this horse. One of the negatives about it, though, however, was that when it was running in the Cheltenham Gold Cup a few weeks ago, he did fall at the second fence, so that was a bit frustrating, but you could argue that he's still reasonably fresh because he didn't really get into the race. And this horse also seems like it's getting to grips now with the better class of races, and the handicapper hasn't been too cruel to it, so with all those things going in favour, Lizzie Kelly as well has been reasonably good this season. She had a double on Cheltenham on New Year's Day. She's also ridden a few more winners since then and has ridden out a jockey claim. She's going to be riding for Nick Williams, and Nick Williams had a Cheltenham winner in Flying Tiger, and this horse is also going to be seen at Aintree over the next couple of days. I think Richard Johnson will be riding him. So there's a lot of positives with this horse, and I think tomorrow definitely has a chance to overcome the form on its 2 rivals from the King George, because even though Q-Card is the market favourite, and Q-Card is a great horse and we all love Q-Card, but the ground tomorrow is a bit more good and firmer than probably what he likes, and that's found him out a couple of times, especially this season. So I definitely think Q-Card is quite vulnerable, so I think T for 2, he's definitely going to be in the mix tomorrow. So yeah, that's who I'm backing as our second pick tomorrow night, each way lucky 15. We move away from Aintree now for our third pick tomorrow in the other jumps meeting, which is at Taunton, and this horse is called Space Oddity, and he will be ridden in the 4:30, and he is trained by Harry Fry and will be ridden by one of his jockeys, Kieran Edgar. This horse is a course and distance winner this season. This horse has won twice this season in the last few months. Last time it ran, however, was in a race at Wincanton when it ran on heavy ground. This horse definitely did not like the heavy ground, and when it's won this season, it was over good ground, and as we know, with the nice weather now coming in, the ground's good, so everything seems to be going well in his favour. He's currently 11 to 2 in the market if you want to take that price now. I think he's definitely got a chance to be each way tomorrow at least anyway, because the handicapper hasn't been cruel to him either. So yeah, I'm back in Space Oddity tomorrow in the 4:30 at Taunton. Our last pick tomorrow in our each way lucky 15 is a horse called Doitforthevillage, and this horse is trained by Paul Henderson, no relation to Nicky Henderson as far as I'm aware of, and will be ridden by the jockey Tom O'Brien. This horse is currently 25 to 1 in the market right now, but the reason I'm picking this horse tomorrow is because it's been a really consistent performer of late. Especially in the last few months, it's had a couple of wins under its belt. It seemed to be a really good improver, and even though the handicapper has put it up a fair amount, it's always been in the mix in its races. It ran last time at Newbury and came second and was only just beaten. And with all those things going for it, I definitely think this horse has a chance tomorrow at this price, because I think this horse should definitely be a lot lower. So I'm going to be backing this horse at 20 to 1 tomorrow. But yeah, that's our each way lucky 15 for tomorrow. If you have any comments on your own, if you think that I'm wrong tomorrow, if you're looking forward to Aintree, let us know in the comments box below. If you think that I'm going to be absolutely rubbish tomorrow and you've got better predictions than me, leave them in the comments below as well. Also, leave your Grand National tips and who you think I should be backing for my vlog tomorrow. I've already made up my mind with a couple of horses, so yeah, I'll post that tomorrow with a normal lucky 15 like I said earlier in the vlog. Gamble responsibly, and I'll see you soon.